Hi, I'm Sherman De Silva, and I'm running for the Board of Supervisors in District 1, which includes the Richmond District. I was born in the Richmond District. I went to the public schools in the Richmond District, and I currently work at a store on Gary Boulevard as a store manager. I initially decided to run for the Board of Supervisors because I saw a neighborhood resident hit by a car on Gary Boulevard while crossing the street at an intersection that did not have a traffic light, an intersection that should have had a traffic light over 20 years ago. I felt it was very irresponsible on the behalf of our elected officials to not take care of a safety issue like installing the traffic lights on Gary Boulevard. As supervisor, I will make it my priority to make sure safety issues like this are the #1 concern. As supervisor, there's a couple of things I want to do. First, as I mentioned earlier, for safety, I want to have all the traffic lights installed on Gary Boulevard from Ocean Beach to the Gary Tunnel. In addition to Gary Boulevard, I also want traffic lights installed on the major business corridors. These include Clement Street, Balboa, and California. Now, for cleanliness in the neighborhood, there's a couple of things we need to do. First, I want to go back to street cleaning twice a week in the neighborhood. We have tried street cleaning only once a week in the neighborhood, and it has not helped the cleanliness of the neighborhood. It has consistently gotten worse. Going back to 2 times a week street cleaning will at least improve the situation. In addition to going back to the twice a week street cleaning, I also want to have targeted cleaning on commercial corridors like Gary Boulevard and the adjacent streets to these corridors. To get the streets clean, I want to make sure that we don't have items left out on the sidewalk. I want to make sure that it's the city's responsibility to get items that have been left out on the sidewalk off the sidewalk within 24 hours. In addition to items left on the sidewalk, graffiti that appears on city property, I want this type of graffiti to be removed off city property within 24 hours so that it doesn't proliferate around the neighborhood. In addition to these 2 things, I also want to make sure that we have a plan in place in which we replace all of our roads and sidewalks every 10 years. The first job of government is to make sure that our neighborhood is both safe and clean. These 2 priorities have not been met. As supervisor, I will make sure that these are the priorities that we focus on. These are the priorities that are important. Remember, if your house needs a new roof, you don't redecorate, you fix the roof first. As supervisor, that's what I'm going to focus on, making sure that the neighborhood is both clean and safe.